Mentioned you are not able to solve all the questions in the given time in VARC, right? It is taking too long for you to solve that.
See.
That is first. And second is you have issue with
Yeah.
DI, specifically in DILR.
Yes, DIL.
Got it. So what is the
DIL,
target
yeah.
percentile?
So right now, like I'm targeting right now around 90 to 10 percentile this time.
Sorry, could you repeat that again? 90, 99 was it?
99 plus percentile target this time.
Okay, 99 plus percentile. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so the thing about VARC is that if you're not able to solve all the questions in the given time, that means that, see, you would have read the passage, now you are at questions. So either you're not able to eliminate all the options, that could be one. Second thing is you are trying to attempt all the questions. That could be second thing. It can't be right that you are attempting selected 10, 12 questions and still not able to solve it. I hope that's not the issue, right?
No. Yeah. It might be that issue because like my accuracy is somewhat around 60% in VARC. So in order to improve the accuracy, I try to a bit in hurry and try to attempt more questions. That's what maybe the issue that I think. Yeah.
Got it. So for VARC, especially RC, there are two ways to solve the question, and both are right.
Okay.
So first one is you find which is the right option. So you read the passage and you just keep on looking which one is the perfect one for the question asked. That is first. Second one is to eliminate.
Okay.
So in the elimination, what you'll do is you'll eliminate 3. Even if you don't know the fourth one, if it is somewhat right or not, you will still select it because you have eliminated 3 with full confidence. So these are two strategies.
Okay.
If you go by the first one to find the right option, that depends. If you have the eye for it, you have practiced a lot and you can like spot it very quickly, then it's fine. You won't waste a lot of time.
Okay.
Right. Okay. But if that is not a strong part and you're just trying to find out the right. So in all the options, they do like the options are made such that they do put such keywords that you'll feel somewhat it is right. And that is why you get confused in the last two options. So that takes a lot of time because you have like narrowed down on 2 options. Now you're confused which one to do. So that is the first one. Now time is wasted here because you're not able to finalize on one. I used to follow the second strategy, which is of elimination, because I just had to find out what is wrong. And if I have found even one thing wrong in that option, I'll reject it. So I have to do it for 3 options and then I'm done. So I personally found it to be less time taking, and probably you can try it if you find less time, if this reduces your time. That is one. Secondly, what you'll have to do is, see, it is around 40 minutes one section of all the 3 subjects, but for VARC in 40 minutes you have 2 sections. One is RC, second is VA. So what is good estimated amount of time to be given by a good candidate is around 7 minutes per RC. That is like 28 minutes and 12 minutes for VA. So I think you'll have to actually time it first. What is your output right now? Are you giving 28 minutes or something to RC, or is it around 30 to 35? Or is it the opposite? You're not giving much time to RC and giving more to VA. So you'll have to
it is around 35 minutes. Yeah, it is around 34 to 35 minutes because after 32, 33 minutes, I like my mindset is completely switched to VA. So yeah, you're right. Like after 35 minutes, I can like till 32 to 35 minutes, I am with the RCs itself. Yeah, that might be like I'm taking too much time in RCs because that you mentioned, like confusing options are there first of all, and might be like the comprehension part that you're mentioning. Yeah.
Right. So here also it depends. See, so you have I guess 16 questions in RC, right? 4 per passage.
Yes, sir.
And 8 would be in VA. So see, if you are spending all your time in RC around 32 to 35 minutes and you're getting around 90% of them right, then you need not worry if you are not able to attempt all of VA, because then your trade-off is good. But if right now your accuracy in RC is not that good, and you're losing out marks on the whole VARC section just because you're not able to attempt whole of VA, and that is another issue, and you'll have to deal with it.
Okay.
So you'll have to give few mocks wherein you give like 30 minutes, 28 to 30 minutes max on RC, and 10 full minutes on VA. Because 8 questions is 24 marks, and in 8 questions, even if you get 5 or 6 right, that is still 18 marks. That is a lot, right?
There is a lot, yeah.
Yes, sir. If you have your analysis right now, that would be good. But I'll suggest do analysis of at least 3-4 good mocks or top mocks in which you have performed very well, or you could give new mocks as well, and then just figure out this time thing. See, if it is the time about you're not able to give to VA, then first strategy would be to attempt VA. Less of RC, more of VA. I mean, balanced out. For you, it would be less of RC now. That is first strategy. If it is coming out, you are able to attempt all the questions of VA also, even in those 5-6 minutes. Then I would recommend you that do only those questions which you feel more confident about, because your accuracy is around 60%, you said.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and if you are able to attempt all the questions, 24 questions, and it is 60%, then it makes a lot of sense. Instead of 24, attempt 18 and try to increase your accuracy around 80%. Say it will take more time. Per question, it will take more time than earlier, because now you are trying to figure out, it has to be absolutely sure that it is right.
Yes, sir.
So that would be second strategy. And in both these strategies, I think your marks should improve by somewhat. That would be my 2 cents on this thing. Coming to, you can ask questions on this right now or later, whatever suits you, or else I'll share my insights on DI.
One thing I want to, yes, sir. Just 1 second, sir. I want to know a little bit in short. It's like, if when you are giving mocks and analyzing VARC, so what was your approach, or how you analyze first of all, like in which to improve your accuracy as far as the accuracy. So how to improve the accuracy in analyzing the mocks of VARC particularly?
That is a very good question, because in DILR and Quant, you can refer back to your rough sheets and see what you did. In VARC, it's a bit tricky. So what I did was, see, there is only one way to analyze it, and that is the only way you can do it. So when you attempt it, you can keep a very short tracker. You cannot write down everything, what you're thinking, what is the thought process, why this option is incorrect. You cannot write down everything, right? So keep just this tracker. For RC, what I used to do was, for each of the passages, if there are, if for a question there is 4 options, so what all options I eliminated, and just one keyword. If I'm feeling doubtful that I have eliminated this, but there is some doubt, so I'll write down the keyword of that option. So for each question, not for each question, for questions which I had doubt about. So then while analyzing, I would know that in this option, I was doubtful about this, and this was actually wrong on my end after analyzing. So that is one. So if you don't follow the elimination technique right now, so whatever option you have chosen, just write 1 or 2 keywords in the questions where you are doubtful about, because you will have to have something to refer back to. If you have a very good
while writing the mocks, it's like while writing the mock itself, I have to write those keywords, right?
Right. So what you can do is, on a blank sheet, you can write 1 to 24. You can mark it on. Suppose on first 3 questions of first passage, first 3 questions, you are not doubtful about anything. That you have marked. Let's see what happens. On the 4th one, if you are doubtful in 1 or 2 options, just write down 2 to 3 keywords. But that is your call. That is your call. Even if you are very confident and you want to write, that is again your call. You will have to manage your time. What would be the output of it? That is your call. But that is what you can do. VA is very much easier to analyze, because see, for the para jumbles one, if you have made an order, suppose 2, 3, 4, 1. So you have made 2, 3 and 4, 1. So there are 2 connectors first of all, broadly 2, 3 and 4, 1. So for both 2, 3 and 4, 1, you will write what was the joining point, what made you think that they will join, and after that, what these 2 blocks, how these 2 blocks are joined, 2, 3 as a whole and 4, 1 as a whole. I'm telling about only those questions where you are doubtful and you want to write something to be analyzed further. Right?
Understood. Yeah.
So that is what you can do, and in the end, most of it you'll have to take from your memory also, because there are a lot of nuances which you cannot write down on piece of paper. Coming to the next one, which is summary one. So summary also, I don't think there are 2 questions of summary, right?
So two questions of summary, 2 questions of para jumbles, and 2 questions of odd one out. And again, 2 questions of this new paragraph completion one.
Right. Summary, actually, in earlier pattern, there were 2 questions of summary, 2 para jumbles, and 2 odd one out, I guess. Para completion was not there. So I used to prioritize summary the least because they are just 2 questions. So I did not used to even write down during attempting the mock to analyze later on. But still, for summary, what I'll say is that, see, in summary, there would be around, I guess, 5-6 sentences, right? For a para.
Typically 5-6 sentences here.
And they will have around 2 to 3 main idea points. And that you'll have
maximum minimum 3 main ideas. Yes, sir.
Right. So in summary, when you read a para, just write down those 3 points, main points, which you were able to infer. When you see the answers, just see if these 3 are there or not. So what would happen if these 3 are there and something else is there, then you'll see you have missed something. If these 3 are wrong, then also you see that you interpreted it in the wrong way. So in summary, you'll have to write down the main ideas. That is how it is solved, so to say. So you can write that down. Coming to para completion, I don't think in para completion you can make notes or something to analyze later on, because what you do is you put all the options and see if it fits, right? I think that is how you do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is a good approach also. If you have practiced a lot and your VARC is very strong, then what happens is when you read the passage and then you make your own idea, like you try to guess what could come, then you read the options. But that is not very advisable because it will go wrong also. You have made a notion about an option and now you see that option, even if that is wrong, you mark it. So it is tricky. I wouldn't recommend doing that. This option fitting one is fine. And last one was to find the odd one out, right? That is very easy to make notes of. You can just write down one keyword. Why did you find this
keywords and all?
The whole So sir, after telling all this, please.
Sir, I just wanted to ask, sir, like what would be the safe, like there are 8 VA questions, so how much I should target in the VA section itself, like on a safe bet? Because like in my attempts, like I'm okay with para completion and summary questions. Like typically I can like 2 from 1 to 2 I can get it done, but I got confused while in para completion, and as far and the para jumbles are concerned, so like the same 1 to 2 I can correct it. So typically, like 3 to 4 VA questions on a good day, I can get it into my bucket here.
Okay, I think you are just like very close to the right amount of right questions which you have to get. So if you attempt 8, 5 to 6 is very nice. I mean, if you get 8 right, then obviously it's very good. But 5 to 6 is nice. 5 is a good number. So if you're getting 4 right, then I think you just have to push very slightly. I think in RC is where you are losing a lot. Because if you're getting 12 marks in VA and out of 16, even if you get 10 correct and 2 wrong, that is 28 and 12, that is 40 marks. That is like bang on 99%. So I think in RC you'll have to increase your accuracy.
Yeah, that's what, like, this is the main concern. Like, because the thing is, while reading the RC itself, like it takes too much time to comprehend. And when the thing you mentioned, like, I try to first see what is the option, what is the correct option instead of eliminating those options. So this is the reason I think, like, maybe it's too much time consuming for me, because if someone if some like a dense passage or something like philosophical passage comes in the mock itself, so I take around 12 to 15 minutes to just solve one RC.
Right. So actually, I also used to follow this approach of finding the right answer. Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to follow this approach, and when I switched to elimination thing, it actually increased my overall accuracy and attempt rate, because after reading the question, you'll anyway have to read all the 4 options, right? And in each option there are just words. So even if you are able to find even one word which is wrong, then it's very good for you. You have solved 1/4 of the question because you have eliminated an option. So I think I'll personally recommend anyone to follow this strategy. That is for RC. I think I'll share some insights on DI also. So
sure.
What I'd say is that, see, DI and LR, they are not separate in current pattern. Earlier they used to be DI sets and then LR. Yeah. So they are not separate, but there are sets even in my like in my year, the paper which I gave, the slot which I gave, the set, it had a lot of data to be interpreted, and then I had to apply certain logic on it. But the upfront data in which it, in the way it was represented, there were a lot of bar charts. So that is there. It could be like that, but don't go with this mindset that it would be purely DI or LR. That is first thing.
No, that thing I'm pretty much clear. Like, yeah, it's a mix of both, and yeah, and the coming patterns of previous 22 attempt, sorry, 23 paper, it's typically another level for the DILR also. Like they mixed a whole lot of sets, and yeah.
Right. So for DI to be strong, you'll have to keep certain things in check very strongly.
Okay.
You'll have to have your ratio percentages numbers very strong, because whatever you see, you have to be able to interpret it very nicely. If it is in a tabular form and it is not given in a bar graph form, then just by looking at the numbers, you'll have to make a pattern that this is this much percent of this much. Then you'll get somewhat idea that this is how it is increasing. You'll ultimately have to plot it if it's required. But if your ratios and numbers is very strong, then it will help you a lot to make sense of the data which is given.
Yes, sir.
And secondly, what I'll say is in DI, if they have given a bar or pie chart or anything, then always try to solve that question from the bar itself. I mean, you would be like, you would feel like you would solve it on paper or something, but they gives a lot of visual representation for this reason only, that are you able to quickly solve it through the images given, infographics given. So what I'll say is, you give sectional mocks for DILR.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wherever you find DI sets, after you have solved them, while solving, just try to see how you have solved on a rough sheet. You'll have that, and see what is the optimum solution given. I think after a few sets only, you will be able to see that in a lot of infographic heavy sets, they solve it from the image given itself, and how they solve it, that you've seen the solution. So that actually changes a lot, saves a lot of time, changes the whole strategy.
Yeah.
Because like I've solved almost all the question papers of past 10 years, and what I've seen in the recent pattern, when it got to 2 hours, I think it changed from 2020, if I'm not wrong. So what they did was, 2 sets will be very heavy. You will take around 10 to 12 minutes per set on both of them. That will be around 24 minutes. 5 minutes for analysis, that is 30 minutes. Now you have 10 minutes left for 2 sets. So those 2 sets are actually designed that way. You'll have to give just 5 minutes. If you're not able to find out the right way to do them, you won't be able to do it in 5 minutes. You will be able to solve it. They are easy sets. Yeah. Instead of 5, you will take 8 or 10 minutes per set. So this is actually a very nice thing you asked, because if you find those 2 sets, you thought they were easy and you've given 20 minutes, then the rest of the difficult sets which are left to be solved, you won't be able to solve in 40 minutes. So you'll have to see this. Yeah. So after certain sectionals, you'll have even sectionals of full length mocks in both of them. You'll see this, what you have solved and what is the optimal way to solve this.
Okay. So daily, how much I need to practice from here now to get a bit on DILR minimum sets to solve per day.
Right. So I think it won't matter much how number of sets you're solving, because ultimately it is a skill. Are you able to? So are you able to achieve that skill? So just because you are practicing something 10 hours every day, it won't necessarily mean that you are doing it well. It could be for some that you need rest. Your brain needs to adjust it. You need certain time between 2 practice mocks, because you'll burn out that way. So I used to give like 2 to 3 sectional mocks for DILR per week, because my also DILR for me was also a bit challenging. So 2 to 3 sectional mocks and 1 full length mock. So that way I was able to solve like 4 sections of DILR. So that is around 16 sets per week. But that used to decrease also. Sometimes I used to give just 2 sectional and 1 mock. So that is 12 sets of DILR. But this I did in the last 3 months. So right now, if you start from July, August, September, October, that is 4-5 months. 5 months, I wouldn't recommend to do this every week. It will get very hectic for you. So you can start with 1 sectional one mock, and rest of the time
Okay.
you can solve previous year papers without timing. And in the end of
Okay.
2 to 3, when 2 to 3 months are left, then you'll have to actually push it, solve 3 to 4.
Understood. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of mixture of both practice and like skill development. So I need to give
Yeah,
more time
practice anyway
to
you'll get.
understand.
If you start giving mocks daily, that is like increasing your practice, but ultimately you'll have to see if it is increasing your skill. Even if you take any game, for example, like tennis, you can practice a lot, but ultimately you'll have to see, are you able to give that shot or like do that serve the exact way you want it to be. So I think you should target skill improvement more than solving more mocks and more sectionals.
Like, so could you give me like like in short 5 months, maybe a 4 months roadmap from here to increase my percentile or get a targeted score? Like, what would be your suggestion to in the
Okay.
coming 4 months?
Okay. So I'll just quickly check what was marks versus percentile for that. Just a moment. This will give a good idea, right? How to, like, because percentile you cannot target, you can target score in each of
Marks,
the
yes, sir.
mocks.
Yeah,
In each of the
yes, sir.
mocks which you give, your percentile will keep on changing at the same score. So it won't make much sense. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you are at, let's assume 80 percentile right now, that is 41 marks. You want to go at 99, that was 76 marks. That is 36
Yes, sir.
marks. Now, so what would you say are your 3 sections balanced or quant is good for you?
So quant is okay for me. Like, yeah, it is like, yeah, okay for me. But the thing is, main thing, like, yeah, if I rank the all three sections, so first will be quant, the second will be the VARC, and the third will be the DILR.
Got it. So I'll break it down for you this way. So it is 36 marks, and that is 12 marks per section. So
Okay.
you'll be working on rest 2 sections anyway. So I'm assuming you'll be like attempting equally all the 3 sections.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Also, you should do that because you're targeting 99 percentile right now. So that is 12 marks increase per section. I'll start with VARC. So in VARC, 12 marks is like 4 questions. So I think if you just attempt 2 more passages right, the way you are
Okay.
solving right now, if you attempt
Yes,
all
sir.
the 4 and in the 2 of them, the accuracy has increased for you, then that would, for 2, that is 8 questions. In 8, even if you get 5 or 6 right and 2 wrong, so even if you get 5 right, 3 wrong, that is 12 marks, right? So
Yeah.
just by improving your RC, I think you'll get those plus 12 marks in VRC. That is for sure.
Okay.
Uh, that is for VRC. Coming to DILR. So in DILR, 12 marks increases 4 questions, but it depends. In a certain set, you'll a difficult set. If you solve the set out of 4, you'll get 2 right, and 2 you won't be able to solve. So you'll switch to the next one, right?
It's 5 questions per set, sir. Now
Okay, it's 5. Okay, it's 5%. So that is
five
20
questions per set.
questions.
Yeah, 20 questions. So there will be only 4 sets.
Okay, got it. So
Yeah.
if you solve so if you solve a set and you don't get all the questions right, is what I wanted to say. Either way,
Yeah.
for a difficult set, you won't get all those 4 questions right. So you could approach
Yeah.
it 2 way. Either spot those 2 easy sets and completely solve them. So right
Yeah.
now, out of 40, I'm assuming if we break it in 3 parts, you have got 13 marks. That is 4 questions, right?
Okay.
In your present score. And if you want to uh, take that 13 to 25, you'll have to solve 4 more. So that is one set for you right now, which you're solving right now. You'll have to add one more
Yes.
set. So
Two
there is,
sets. Okay.
yeah, there's 2 way to go about it. First is spot those 2 easy sets and completely solve them. Take all the 40
Okay.
minutes, but you'll have to get all the 10
Okay.
right. That is for
Yes, sir.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Second thing
Yeah.
is you solve one easy set. For the rest of 2 difficult sets, you read the set, solve it that much only that it helps you with 2 to 3 questions out of 5. You won't be able to solve the whole
Okay.
set because
Okay.
sometimes you have
Okay.
to solve in a very different way for a single question. You'll have to make
Yes,
another
sir. Yes.
whole table for one question. So,
True, sir. True. Yeah.
uh, yeah, so right now, given the time and given the jump you are expecting, I'd suggest the first one that completely solve those 2 easy sets. And if you have time left,
Okay.
like 7 to 8 minutes, then you should go about any one of those difficult sets, but this would be much easier for you to implement, because in difficult sets,
Yes.
when panic starts getting into your head, then you mess up the easy ones also.
Yes,
So
sir.
that would be for DILR. For quant, see, quant, I had just one route from the beginning itself, 2 minutes per question. If I'm missing it, I'll leave it. Even if I'm feeling I'm in next 10 seconds I'll be able to solve it, I won't do it, because see,
Okay.
accuracy is extremely important in quant.
Yes,
The
sir.
last
Yes, sir.
four questions, which are very easy, if you miss out just because you wanted to solve a difficult one, it won't make sense. So 12 questions, 4 marks, I think that you can do. If quant is a strong area, just follow this 2 minute per question rule, and I think you should go, like you'll be able to get those 12 marks. So for all these three, you'll get 36 plus net. You will reach. You should reach.
So like yeah, I mean next 1 month in the next 1 month I have to
Okay.
like work on these areas, right? For the next 1 month
Okay.
or 2 months
Okay.
firstly.
Sorry, I did not cover that part. You wanted a roadmap also for 5 months, 4 5 months. So I think you can start with analyzing your areas first. Spend 2 to 3
Okay.
weeks and
Okay.
find out where you are lagging right now, or out of those which you can improve easily. You cannot improve on all the topics at the same amount of
Okay.
capacity. One topic you'll be able to complete with 100% confidence in next 5 months. Another topic you'll still hesitate even after practicing. So find out the weak
Okay.
areas, and for each month, don't keep it like you'll focus on VARC this month or practice more of DLR or something. Keep it balanced. Uh,
Mhm.
like give if you're giving sectionals or topic test, give for all of them, and keep a
Okay.
preparation very integrated. Don't put it like this is my weak area, so I'll focus a lot, and that way you lose out on the other thing. So that is there for the
Okay.
after 1 month of analysis and working on like finding out where you have to actually focus. For next 2 months, what you can do is you can build conceptual clarity with topic test and
Okay.
revisiting those topics for
Okay.
conceptual clarity. On a lot of them, you'll have to actually learn from scratch, because a lot of geometrical formulas are concept based, and if the question is
Yes, sir.
twisted in a certain way, your formula might not work. You'll have to actually twist the formula. My geometry was not
True,
very
sir.
strong, but I'm just giving an
Okay.
example. That could be it.
Understood.
So for
Understood.
2 months,
Yeah.
yeah, for 2 months you'll have time to actually learn new things if you want to. And
Okay.
the last
Okay.
2 months would be just practice sectionals of DILR, full length mocks, and practice analysis, practice analysis. That's it. So don't learn a lot of new things in those last 2 months, because if you keep
Like
on
whatever
changing
the
the way you,
learning, whatever
yeah,
the new things I have to learn in these next 1 or 2 months, right? And solidify those concepts and learnings. And the next after those 2 months, I have to just practice a lot. Yeah. Right.
right. Because if you keep on changing your strategy, because whenever you learn something new and you do it right, you will have to change your strategy. Suppose you have learned a new way of solving the VA part and you're getting all of them
Yes,
right.
sir.
Now your strategy is changed. First get VA right, then go on RC. And if you keep on doing this till the last day, it won't help you a lot, because you'll panic what to do in the end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, that is how you can go about it.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, like pretty much cleared about it. Yeah.